From the moment of birth, the human brain is wired to see itself as the center of the universe. It is our default setting, a survival mechanism that ensures our own needs remain the highest priority. Empathy acts as a redirection of that self-obsession. When we turn our natural focus away from our own internal monologue and toward the people around us, we change the way we process social data. The individuals with the highest degree of social influence recognize this. They utilize their inherent drive for attention to instead observe and decode the people they interact with. This behavior exists on a sliding scale. Every person you meet falls somewhere on this spectrum, ranging from self-aware confidence to volatile obsession. On one end, healthy self-assurance allows a person to step outside their own ego. Because they aren't constantly searching for validation, they have the mental bandwidth to accurately read the moods of a room. On the opposite end sits the deep narcissist. Lacking a stable sense of self, they operate on a constant, frantic search for external attention to fill an internal void. Identifying where a person sits on this map allows you to anticipate their reactions before a single word is spoken. This pattern often takes root in early childhood, typically through a lack of consistent attention, or an environment so suffocating that the child never develops an independent identity. In adult life, the indicators are specific. They position themselves as the victim in every conflict and reflexively pull every conversation back to their own experiences within the first minute of speaking. While they may project extreme confidence, this outward mask is a defensive shield. It guards against a pervasive sense of inner emptiness that makes any criticism feel like a threat to their existence. When these individuals reach leadership positions, they often prioritize flattery over performance. They tend to remove anyone who challenges their perspective, eventually surrounding themselves with people who mirror their own views. In this state, they stop viewing colleagues as independent people and start seeing them as tools to be used or obstacles to be cleared. In October 1915, the explorer Ernest Shackleton watched his ship, the Endurance, sink into the Antarctic ice. He was left with 27 men and no hope of rescue in the most hostile environment on the planet. Shackleton understood that physical survival was tied directly to the psychological state of the group. In these conditions, a single person spreading resentment or panic could break the collective discipline required to stay alive. He identified the men most likely to cause friction and kept them in his own tent. By keeping the most volatile personalities under his direct, constant observation, he could address their negativity before it spread to the rest of the crew. He spent his days reading the emotional vital signs of his men, adjusting his tone to match each individual's fears. When morale dipped, he introduced rituals. When fear rose, he projected a steady, unwavering calm. After months on the ice, all 27 men returned home. The expedition succeeded because Shackleton prioritized the management of the group's emotional reality alongside their physical needs. This survival story demonstrates that the ability to accurately read and respond to the needs of others provides a distinct form of control in high-stakes environments. Shackleton's approach reveals a repeatable method for navigating social dynamics, beginning with a specific shift in how we observe others. The first step: assume you have no prior knowledge of what a person is feeling. Most miscommunications happen because we project our own internal state onto someone else, assuming they would react the way we would. Next, treat the person's behavior as a puzzle to be solved. Look past their words to identify their underlying fears and the specific type of recognition they seem to be searching for. Once those needs are identified, you provide the specific form of attention that person lacks. When someone feels their perspective is genuinely reflected back to them, they naturally become more receptive to your influence. This creates a unique dynamic in social settings. The person with the most influence is rarely the one who speaks the loudest or asserts the most authority. Instead, power gravitates toward the person who makes others feel the most deeply understood. This works because the desire to be seen is a foundational human need that goes back to our earliest childhood. When you satisfy that need for someone, you bypass their natural defenses. Everyone carries this hunger to be understood. Recognizing that fact and learning to address it remains the most effective way to navigate the complexities of human nature.